Hello and welcome to the Hot Dog and a Handshake Pro Wrestling Show. I am your host, Jayden and Joining me as always is my co-host, former DDT Iron Man Heavy Metalweight Champion Shane Price. Shane, how you doing this week?
You are peaking the audio, my brother. I'm good.
Oh, am I too loud?
Yes.
Too loud?
That's
I'll
the
settle in.
loudest you've ever been.
I'll settle in. I can't see the waveforms the way I have it set up to see my note.
Also here, Jolka's waveform is just We're doing something new.
Yeah, we are. We are doing something new. We also have Jolka here. You heard his voice just a second ago. Jolka, how you doing this week?
Absolutely doing great. The new Kansas overweight champion.
All right, nice.
That was a terrible joke that did not land.
Let's see. Before we get into things this week, like Shane said, we're doing something new. We are podcasting remote now. We are no longer at Sound Peak Studios. This was a decision not really made by us or Sound Peak, just kind of life threw me a curveball. So now we got to do something a little different. Thank you to Sound Peak Studio. Thank you to Chad for all the work and all the help he's done. He's all the help he's given us over the past year plus of doing the podcast with him. And for bringing Jolka into the podcast. That was all Chad, our former producer. So thank you to him.
Actually, I might just I might start paying him to set up my portion at the studio, just to have it all set and go every week. I'm thinking about doing that.
Yeah. Yep. We might try that out. And then before we get into things, also a big announcement. We have merch now. So Shane, if you want to shout out the merch link.
HDHpod.bigcartel.com.
And what all do we have up there, Shane? Inform the people.
Let me look. Put me on a spot. I wasn't ready for this. We got some patches, we got some shirts, and we got a hat.
Yep.
Now,
with different designs. For now,
we
might add more.
Always getting more.
Sure more, yeah, as time goes on.
And hopefully YouTube will design. I made my own design, so hopefully YouTube can make a design.
Yeah, I got to come up with something. And then the second thing here that I want to shout out, BGO Sinper on Twitch. This is my roommate. He's been shouting out our pod. He's been shouting out the merch store. So that's BGO SINPER on Twitch. Go check him out. He's streaming all the time. Not right now because he's at work, but pretty much every waking moment that he's not at work, he's streaming. So check him out. And usually, of course, we start the collar and elbow, but this week, something too big to put off happened. We lost an all-time great, a Hall of Famer. So I just want to get out ahead and say rest in peace, Ryne Sandberg, Chicago Cubs legend. It's a sad week for the sports world, losing Ryne Sandberg.
He's a true 80s icon and one of the best to do it in the 80s. And
absolutely.
The other guy?
Yeah. Of course, we'll get to the actual big news here in a second. My collar and elbow question this week, and I cued Shane in on this early. I forgot to tell you, Jolka, so you might be put on the spot a little bit. It is Forbidden Door season, so it's AEW versus New Japan a little bit. It's not really built around that, but that's what a lot of the matches will be. AEW, of course, a primarily North American company. New Japan, of course, a primarily Japanese company. So I wanted Japanese wrestler versus North American wrestler. Dream matches, all time in their prime. Dream matches. So I have a list. Shane, do you have a list?
Off top.
You're just going off top? Okay. I'll start first. This might be my number one dream match at all that I wish we could have gotten. Hiroshi Tanahashi versus John Cena. Just because of how parallel their careers are and what they've both meant to their respective businesses and to their their promotions, I think would have really been a great matchup just for wrestling history.
On that point, one of mine, I wasn't going to share it first, but I'll share it now then. One of mine is a tag match in 2000 or I think it was 01 is when that one team was, but like that's really their piece. They only were around for a couple months.
So 2000, 2001, somewhere in there, yeah.
2-man power trip.
Okay.
Super Generation Army.
Misawa
Kobashi. Same kind of thing as, Tanahashi and Cena, where Triple H. But
yeah,
Stone Cold,
it would almost be better if it was Stone Cold and Rock teaming up against Kobashi and
it would be.
Misawa.
I would give them that. I wanted to do it like a match that could actually happen, though.
Yeah, that's fair. A lot of mine, the wrestlers just were not around at the same time, so it never would have happened.
Well, at least that one was. That one was the one that wanted to do
the Tanahashi Cena one, though. Yeah. Jolka, you got anything?
It'd be an intergender match, but I'd like to see Tajiri and Asuka. I guess that's not North American. She just works there. So I didn't really think that out that well.
That's all right.
I feel like that might have happened too.
It might have happened, actually. Yeah.
Let me do some quick maths.
Shane did a Kobashi and Misawa one. I also have a Kobashi and Misawa. Mine is Kobashi and Misawa versus Brett and Owen Hart.
Okay.
This is pretty much why I made it North American, because I thought of this match instead of just making it Americans versus Japanese wrestlers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair.
That's what, I just think that'd be incredible. I mean, we got Brett and Misawa in their earlier year, like just before they both hit their prime, Right.
All
so
right,
getting this later in the 90s would have been great.
Since I'm not that up to speed on New Japan, I'm going to have Shane help me out. I'm going to throw up a North American name, and you tell me who'd be a good partner for him.
Good idea. Okay.
All right. John Moxley.
Toshi
Onita.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Onita. Onita, yeah, absolutely.
Easy. Death matches, all that stuff.
A lot of blood in that match. There'd be that would get on the Muda scale. That match.
The ring would explode twice.
Yeah. Shane, you got another one?
I do. I got we got AJ in New Japan, right? Obviously, but I want to see AJ versus. If we didn't get this during either of their peaks, to me, AJ versus Kanemaru.
Oh, so AJ versus 05 Kanemaru.
Running trending on this podcast. 05 Kanemaru the GOAT.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't think I have AJ or Kanemaru on mine. My next one was, I think, a pretty out of left field pick that would be awesome. Kazuchika Okada versus Ricky Steamboat. I think that would just rule. That'd just be two all-time greats. You want to throw out another name for Shane, Jolka? I like this game a little bit.
Yeah. All right. El Grande Americano version 1.
Okay,
does it have to be? Can it be Gable, or does it have to be El Grande Americano?
No, it can be Gable too.
Okay. So Gable. Looking at I know, easy. Nobuhiko Takada. You've seen a match of his, Jayden, so I don't know if you remember it, but shoot style, very technical. I think it could work. You've seen Chad Gable work with everything, so
yeah, Chad Gable works with just about anybody. I got here Tomohiro Ishii versus Stan Hansen. Just a personal match that I would love to see.
Yeah, that would fuck.
Yeah.
I got. Let's go with a dude like. Well, he's been in Japan. Fuck. Let's just see. I want to see Kenny Omega versus Antonio Inoki.
Oh, okay.
It feels like it could work.
That's interesting. That would at least be interesting. I don't know if it would be an all-time great matchup, but it would at least be interesting.
It'd be a huge New Japan style clash, because when Inoki was really big, it was a lot more technical, a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just very different. Yeah. Let's see. Let's each do one more here. So, Jolka, throw out one more name for Shane.
All right. Seth Rollins.
Oh, okay.
So prime Seth.
I'm going to change that. You have to think of the most annoying person you can to be his partner. Enzo Amore.
Do I want to go annoying as like a pedophile or just?
Yeah, he's got annoying. Enzo.
Annoying is just annoying little shit.
That's a tough one. My brain went obviously not the outside of the ring equivalent, but Yujiro Takahashi, like right now.
Yeah. Not even peak Takahashi. Not even peak.
Like right now, House of Torture. Yeah.
The Tokyo Pimp, yeah.
To be clear, I do have 11 more dream matches here, but I will throw out one more.
Give me one I'm not going to say.
One that you wouldn't say?
Yes.
See, the thing is, you would say this. I don't know if you would think of this, but you would agree. Takeshi Morishima versus Ahmed Johnson.
Oh, fuck, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. So that's my last one.
Tony Morrison in Big Japan goes crazy. We need to watch it one day.
All right. That's
one.
it for the caller. Oh, you got last one.
One more.
Yeah, you got
one. Kawada versus Kingston.
That was also on my list. I also had Kawada versus Eddie Kingston. That's just easy.
If we told Jolka about it, it was on the move. If we told Jolka about like the whole thing, the connection, it would work for him too.
Yeah. If you asked Eddie Kingston to come up with one of these, that's what he would say too.
Oh,
he
really?
would put himself against Kawada.
I don't know if he put Eddie too humble to put himself in there, but I think he would say like Kawada versus like his best friend.
Yeah, or if you asked him to put himself against a Japanese wrestler any all time,
it'd be Kawada.
Oh,
it'd be Kawada.
Sure. Yeah. Brian Danielson, Jun Akiyama, specifically in Springfield, Missouri.
Yeah, yeah. All right, on to the news of the week. I kind of hinted at it earlier. I kind of did the Ryan Sandberg bit. We did lose Hulk Hogan this week. As much as personally I've never really been a fan of Hulk Hogan's in-ring work or really his style of wrestling and his eras of wrestling, we have to acknowledge it. And I think we should be respectful. We could come on here and say that he was a racist piece of shit, but we're not going to say that, right? We could come on and say that he ruined wrestling multiple times. We're not going to say all that, right? You got anything to add, Shane? And we could come in and say that WWE didn't get good until he left, and WCW was only good before he was there. We could say that, but we're not going to. We're not going to say all of this.
And we can say a lot of things. We can say that the dude lied through his teeth every single day he lived, but we're not gonna.
No, we're not. We're not going to say that. We could say he was never really even that good at wrestling, but we're not going to say that. We're not going to say any of this. Trying to think if there's anything else we might want to add here.
Did you know that Hooters was going out of business, and apparently Hulk Hogan had to bid to buy the whole franchise?
That fucking tracks.
Now that he's gone, that whole franchise about to just die.
Wow.
The world has moved on from boobs and wings.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, we could say a lot of things. We could talk about how funny it is that his last appearance on WWE TV was getting ruthlessly booed at the first Raw on Netflix. We could say that. That's something we could bring up, but we're not going to bring that up. We're going to let it be.
I won't bring up that I really thought I was going to start hearing the crowd go, "You deserved it."
During the 10-bell salute? Yeah, we could mention that during the 10-bell salute, not a single goddamn wrestler looked like they wanted to be there. But we won't. We won't. What we will say, though, is that Hulk Hogan is dead, and that is a fact, and we will move on.
But you got me.
In other news, Drew McIntyre is apparently stuck in the UK with a passport issue.
That might be worse than dying.
Kind of jeopardizes. That might be worse than Jesus, Shane. Kind of jeopardizes his. It's worse than dying, but it's better than being in a tag team match with Jelly Roll against Logan Paul.
That's a great point.
Yeah, he's got a lot of work to
do. Yeah.
That passport happened to get lost, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. It happened to fall into the river.
Shredded.
So we'll see how this
if I can't be there, I don't got to do it.
That's true. We'll see how this plays out. Likely option, WWE replaces him with somebody. We Want Mello started trending on Twitter when this news broke this week. And granted, I love the enthusiasm. I do also want Carmelo Hayes on the card. I don't want him in this spot. You know what I mean?
Mellow roll, it rolls off the tongue. Mellow roll, It's gonna happen.
Yeah. Or jelly plus mellow, they could be Jello.
And that works out. That's better, right?
You get a sponsor.
Jelly Roll's going to turn heel on Randy Orton and join with Mello to become Jello.
Yep. So, yes, yeah, that's right. McIntyre's teaming with Jelly Roll. He was going to wrestle Jelly Roll teaming with Logan Paul. I said that backwards earlier, but so we'll see how this plays out.
I get stuck in the UK for that too.
WWE's worked magic in seemingly shady ways before about getting people across borders, so we'll see how this goes. A big thing this week that has been a talking point over in AAA, Dominic Mysterio got the pop of the century when he showed up and touched the AAA mega title. Did you guys see this?
I fear he might be over.
Dude, he's so over.
There's nothing that can stop that.
Yeah, all right. I'm just gonna say it. Dominic, when it's all said and done, could be an all-time great. He has the tools. He's decent in the ring, right? And he has Eddie's charisma. He really does. He's just the way he moves, the way he talks. He just embodies Eddie Guerrero. In such an interesting. And I've been watching a lot of old SmackDown recently. It often featuring Eddie Guerrero, and I just see it. I just see it in Dom, and he's making what should be shitty romance storylines work so well. He's really, you know what I mean? You put a lot of other wrestlers in the spot that he was in for those storylines, and it could have gone way south.
Right.
It could have been Lashley and Lana or Otis and Mandy Rose, that kind of stuff.
Dustin Rhodes, Oksana.
Yeah, what a pull. But so he's really good and he's so over. We talked about how we thought he was going to turn babyface after the crowd reaction when he won the IC title at Mania in Vegas. It's just insane. He really could be an all-time great. What do you guys think the ceiling is for Dom?
Eddie and Ray. Literally, he's already got it in Mexico. If he could get it in the States, it's very simple. He'll be right there.
He already has it in the States too. You don't get, overness can be rated in kind of two ways. You don't get booed the way he has for 4 years now. Maybe 3 years, 3 or 4, for multiple years without being over. You know what I mean? It's over in just a different way. It's kind of that any reaction's better than no reaction, and if you're a heel, getting that kind of boos is really good. So,
absolutely.
We'll see. The other big piece of AAA news: Alberto El Patron is exiled from the company now after losing to El Mesias. I think a lot of people saw this coming, just with the purchase of AAA in general.
It's controversial.
There's no way he was going to stay employed.
Yeah.
It's controversial in Mexico, but there's no goddamn way. Not a chance.
Absolutely. Everybody in the States knew. And then WWE Late Night was canceled. So if you guys remember, they did a not secret, but like a off-air, there wasn't supposed to be recording, there wasn't supposed to be anything, late night like comedy show thing during WrestleMania weekend, hosted by Tony Hinchcliffe.
I was so mad that you can't watch that.
They were planning to do another one for SummerSlam, but it's been canceled. Reportedly for low ticket sales, it seems.
Reportedly, it's what I've been seeing.
Yeah, so makes sense.
It's because they won't broadcast it to the world, so that everyone's going there to see a show, but it's just going to see a show. It's not like a live show.
Yeah. With the expectation of WWE, I can understand that. I think the WrestleMania one wasn't called Late Night too. It was called like the Roast of WrestleMania.
It was the Roast of WrestleMania, which is probably why more people went to it, because it was a roast.
Yeah, it was built around the roast concept.
This just feels like a bad late night TV show. It's not going to be aired live.
Yeah, and really probably not going to be aired ever. Plus, the recording that did come out from that, what little I listened to from it, was not good. Like, it just wasn't funny. So that might have been bad PR for this too. I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. WWE trying different things is always at least a little interesting, whether it's something I would want to watch or not. Just like this, the big talking point today online has been Unreal, because the first episode of that dropped today on Netflix, and that's their behind the scenes show where they're breaking kayfabe and all that, and showing how the inner mechanisms work.
What's the show called?
That I don't. It's called Unreal, right?
Yeah,
I thought that's on Netflix. I thought that was going on a different channel.
Nope, it's on Netflix. So we'll see how real it really is too. It could be a lot of it's WWE, so it'll be, maybe it's all like real footage of stuff that happened, but it'll be edited in a way, and it'll be twisted in a way to where it fits their narrative, because that's what they do. Anyone who grew up watching documentaries produced by WWE and then started learning about wrestling from outside sources know that WWE loves to twist history. Loves to twist history in their own way. The sounds you guys are hearing in the back right now is Jolka getting into his fridge.
he's raiding that fridge.
Jolka's raiding his fridge live on air.
That is actually happening.
We can see it now. That's the best part. We can see it.
Yeah, we can see it. He can't hide. CMLL just announced this week the lineup for the International Grand Prix. This is a big tournament in CMLL with 20 participants, 10 from CMLL, 10 from different companies. And Shane, how does this tournament style work? It's a cyber tournament or cyber.
Yeah, so it's Cybernetico. It's not really a tournament; it's more of just a match.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a multi-man. I want to say it's elimination, but I don't remember off the top of my head. It's crazy. If you've never seen one, I recommend going and watching one now. But
the one that Claudio won last year was very good.
Yes, all of them are good.
Yeah,
it's elimination. It's usually team based, and it's standard lucha tag rules.
Yep. So the CMLL team will be Mystico, Volador Jr., Mascara Dorada, Neon, Atlantis Jr., Templario, Titan, Angel del Oro, Zandokan Jr., and Defunto. The rest of the world team will be Donovan Dijak, representing MLW and America, Taiji Shimori, representing New Japan Pro Wrestling and, of course, Japan. Michael Oku and Robbie X will both be representing Rev Pro and the UK. Rocky Romero, representing AEW, as well as Leo Rush, Action, and Andretti, also representing AEW and America, all three of them. Mike Bailey will be representing America and Canada. The Beast Mordos will be representing Mexico from the opposing side, with also representing AEW. And TJP will be representing New Japan Strong and, of course, the Philippines, right? He's Filipino. Yeah, the Philippines.
Philippines by way of KC.
Philippines by way of Kansas City. Interesting lineup. From the rest of the world team, I could only really see Mike Bailey or Michael Oku winning it. One of the Mikes. Winning it.
Teams thing, technically the teams thing, but yeah, I can see that.
Well, doesn't it come down to one person though? Isn't that how Claudio won and got last year? So it comes down to one winner, right? I forgot how this works. Last year was the only one I watched, and of course that was almost a year ago, so I don't remember.
It's a team. It starts out as a team, and it does kind of go to like a one-on-one at the end, but
yeah.
So somebody will win, but it'll be like representing a team.
Yeah. So from Mexico, I could see Mystico, Mascara Dorada, Neon, Templario. There's a handful of guys here that I could see being the last man standing. But from America, it's Oku or Bailey. Or from not America. From the rest of the world, it's Oku or Bailey for me. All right, Shane. It's been a couple weeks. We got to talk G1 Climax. We got to talk our guys. First, the big announcement this week, Gabe Kidd will miss the remainder of the G1 due to injury after Takeshita took him out. Takeshita, of course, being Shane's pick in this tournament. Standings right now from the A block. This is the block featuring Hiroshi Tanahashi, which was my pick. We have Yota Tsuji at 8, Evil, Bolton Oleg, Ryohei Uiwa, Yuya Uemura, all at 6. With 4 points, we have Taichi, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Callum Newman. And at 2, and also Sonata has 4 points. And then at 2 points, we have David Finlay. From the B block, the block featuring Takeshita, Shane's pick, we have Takeshita himself, Ritten Narita, Drilla Maloney, and Yoshihashi, all holding 6 points. With Shota Umino, Zack Sabre Jr., Great Khan with 4, El Phantasmo with 2, Shingo with 2, and then Gabe Kidd will have 0 points in the tournament because, of course, he lost his first match and then will forfeit every match moving forward. So, Shane, you want to go with your Takeshita talk first, or do you want me to go with Tanahashi first?
We can start with Takeshita talk. We're doing strong right now. We got some concerning things coming up, but I think it'll be all right.
Mm-hmm. You beat Gabe Kidd. How to go with El Phantasmo?
It was a little surprising that Phantasmo won.
Mm-hmm.
I think you said this last time though, where I thought we were going to go 1-1 or 2-2, 2-0. I think we were going to beat El Phantasmo. It was wrong. It was the other way around.
Yeah, it was a big shock. Then you had Great Khan third.
Easy win. Longer match I would have liked, but easy win.
Mm-hmm. And then Shingo Takagi.
Great match. Longest tournament so far for I think in general right now. But good win over a disappointing Shingo campaign so far. He's got 2 points, and that 2 points a forfeit.
Yep. So for me, let me pull my notes up here. Versus Taichi, the match went way too long given the opponent. Taichi really played above his expectation in this match. And I wrote here, I got out of the gate, like, age is really going to be a factor, especially if the matches go as long as the match did with Taichi. But more importantly, we got the win. That's huge for momentum. It was a great start. And then we went into Callum Newman, which was a tough loss. We really felt the effects from wrestling that long match against Taichi the night before. And Newman's been on a roll this year, so you can't really be shocked. And kind of a theme of this block is that there's a lot of young talent with momentum in this block. Callum Newman, Bolton Oleg, Ryohei Uiwa, Yuya Uemura, like just some good young talent that is kind of on a roll right now, which gets us into our next match with Bolton Oleg, the never open weight champion. Age was definitely a factor again. You could really see it showing. But there's still time to get the campaign back on the tracks after two losses to Newman and Oleg. David Finlay, hard-fought win. Finlay really gave it his all. I was really impressed with what I saw from Finlay, but at the end of the day, he couldn't get it done. And interesting stat, right now, David Finlay is the only Bullet Club leader without a clean one-on-one win against Hiroshi Tanahashi.
So I don't think he's going to get it either.
You don't think he's going to get it by January 6th, or not January 6th, January 4th?
I don't think so.
2026. And then Ryoheiwa was just another well-fought loss to a great young talent. It's just age has been the primary factor for the ace in this tournament. It's his last G1. That is to be expected. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes from here, and hopefully he can put it back on the rails. Next week we got Yuya Uemura, who has 6 points right now to Tanahashi's 4. That's in the main event on Friday. And then on Sunday, main event match against Yota Tsuji, who has 8 points and is top of the block. So it's going to be a tough weekend for Tanahashi. He has a few days of rest going in, which is good for that, given his age. But 2 big main events, prime time against a great young talent like Uemura, and then against a finalist from last year in Yota Tsuji. So, Shane, this week you got Zack Sabre Jr. in the main event tomorrow and Drilla Maloney on Saturday. How are you feeling with those 2 matchups?
I think I got him. I think we got him. I could be wrong, but fingers crossed.
Sabre's tough.
Sabre is tough, but he's beatable.
He's tough, but beatable. That's true. And Drilla is on a roll. 6 points is more than I expected at this point in the tournament for him. But there's always time to, just like there's always time for Tanahashi to heat up, there's always time for Drilla Maloney to cool down. So we'll see how that goes. Quick hits. Credit to Fightful, of course, for all the news I get, but especially for these headlines that I use for the quick hits. We just have one today. Shane, I want your thoughts. This is a quote from Shark Boy. Terry Funk said I needed to go from Shark Boy to Shark Man.
I believe it's a thing he would say. I really do.
That's just Terry Funk, all-timer, ladies and gentlemen. So we do have 2 big topics for this episode. We're going to do SummerSlam predictions, and we're going to do the HDH League Draft. This will be the first of a new thing we're doing. I was thinking predictions first. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
The draft's going to take way longer, so I'd say yeah.
Okay, let me pull up the prediction board here. There are 12 matches for SummerSlam, 6 on night 1, 6 on night 2. So it'll all be 1 confidence points thing. So 12 is your max.
So basically, 1 full wrestling show stretched and dragged out over 2 days.
Yeah, with a lot of ads and bullshit segments, and yeah. That's the WWE style, So first, night 1, we have the Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez defending the women's tag titles against Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. 2 teams that were in that 4-way at Evolution. Shane, who you picking and how many confidence points here?
Tiffany Stratton for 3.
That's not the right match. We're talking women's tag.
Oh,
Raquel and Roxanne versus Bliss and Charlotte.
I have my list up here. My bad. Okay, I'm gonna go with Charlotte and Alexa for 2.
Okay, so Bliss and Flair for 2 points. Jolka, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with Bliss and Flair for 1.
Okay, I actually went Bliss and Flair for 8 points. I'm putting a big gamble on this. Just because of the pop they got at Evolution, it feels like something Triple H would do at this point. Plus, the women's tag titles have been on Raw forever. I think throwing them over to SmackDown could bring a little more intrigue to SmackDown. It might just be a fun little change just to mix things up. Next, we have the Logan Paul and TBD. Originally Drew McIntyre, who knows how that'll play out, versus Roll KO, Jelly Roll, and Randy Orton. Shane, what do you got here?
Jelly Rolls team for 11.
Okay. Jolka?
Yeah, Jelly Rolls team for 7.
Jelly Rolls team for 7. I went with my full 12 on Jelly Roll and Randy Orton. I'm just listen. I'm just trying to play the game, and I think they're going to win. As Lemmy once said, it's all about the game and how you play it, right? So
that's if Jelly Roll doesn't injure himself in the first 60 seconds.
That is true. That is a possibility. Next up, we have Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Shane, who are you picking?
I hate saying it, but I think Karrion Kross won.
Karrion Kross for 1. I was going to say it is an interesting matchup because, of course, Sami Zayn is a year after year fan favorite. You know, he's always towards the top of the popularity charts. He's always got one of the highest approval ratings in wrestling. But Karrion Kross has been getting a lot of fan momentum right now, so it's an interesting matchup that way. Jolka, who you got?
Karrion Kross for 11.
Kross for 11.
It's his time.
So you both went Kross. I'm going to go Sami Zayn for 4 points. Not super confident in it, but I'm going to throw it to Sami Zayn. Now, Shane, we are at Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship.
Stratton 3.
I also had Stratton for 3.
Stratton for 4.
Stratton for 4. All right. Joker just trying to one-up us on that one. Next up, another big tag team contest. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso taking on Braun and Bronson, attorneys at law. I'm going Reigns and Uso for 9. What do you got, Shane?
Reigns and Uso.
How many points?
5.
For 5. All right. And Joka?
Braun and Braun for 10.
Oh, Braun and Braun for 10. And I think the tag match is going to main event, but I put them in the order that I thought should main event. The World Heavyweight Championship, Gunther, CM Punk. Shane, what you got here?
Oh, shit.
Shane, that's a tough one for you, isn't it?
I saw the picture, the poster, but I know it can be changed. The picture of the Japan house shows in Sumo Hall, a fucking house show in Sumo Hall.
Was Logan Paul in that picture?
No, of course not. Gunther for 8.
Gunther 8. All right. Joka?
I'm going to go with CM Punk for 12.
Punk for 12. Joka putting the big money on Punk. I went Gunther for 7.
I put my money on Rollins and his ability to bullshit. I really think Punk's going to win, and then the cash-in's going to fuck him over.
Good point. I wasn't even thinking about Seth freaking Rollins. Got to be thinking about Freakin.
That should be another shirt on your store.
Give me 1 second.
Shane's just making it right now.
That's the best part of doing these remotely. I can do whatever the hell I want.
Let me get back to the prediction screen here. On to night 2. In what might be the most batshit insane idea Triple H has had to date, we have a 6 tag team TLC match for the tag team titles. So it is Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis from the White 6 versus DIY versus the Street Profits versus the Motor City Machine Guns versus Fraxium versus Andrade and Rey Fenix. So, Shane, who are you picking and how many points?
I think I'm going to go with... It's tough. It's tough. Fucking match.
And it's the tag team titles on SmackDown. It could go every direction. We all have a legitimate 1 in 6 chance at picking the right team.
MCMG.
All right. Right in with the machine guns. How many points?
I'm going to go with 4.
Okay. Jolka, who's your pick?
The champs keep it.
Okay.
For 3.
I went Fraxium for 1. I just picked the team I want to see win, and I threw 1 point on it.
That's a good number for this match.
Yeah.
It's a very good number for this match, actually.
Yep. We got a couple Intercontinental title matches next. First, the men's title, Dominic Mysterio, AJ Styles. Shane, who you picking?
Dom.
Yep. How many points?
I'm gonna go with 10.
Okay. Jolka?
Dom for 9.
Dominic for 9. All right. I went Dominic 11. So we're all kind of 9, 10, 11, all Dominic right there in the same range. For the women's Intercontinental title, we have a no DQ, no count out, Extreme Rules, Street Fight, whatever you want to call it. Becky Lynch, Lyra Valkyria. Shane, where are you going with this one?
I'm going to go with... Ooh, this is a tough one. I don't know. I'm going to go Becky for whatever I have left. That's the lowest amount of points.
Okay. So for you, I think that would be 6.
Yeah, that works for me.
Becky for 6. Jolka, where are you going?
Lyra for 8.
Lyra for 8. I also went Becky 6. So go with that. Next up, we have the United States Championship. Solo Sikoa defending against the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. Shane, what are you going with here?
Jacob for 8.
All right. Jolka, what's your pick? What was that?
He's muted.
Jolka, I think you muted yourself.
7. No, Jacob
okay,
7.
Fatu for 7. Okay, I was like, I heard 7. What was the other part of that? All right. Next up, we got a triple threat for the women's world title. Naomi defending against Rhea and Io. Shane, where are you going with this one? Looks like you have...
No, Naomi.
Naomi? Okay.
Yeah.
And real quick, you put 8 on Jacob. You had already used 8. You do have both 7 and...
I'll do 7.
Do 7? Okay. So you have 9 and 12 left.
9.
9 on Naomi. All right. Jolka, it looks like you have 5 and 6 left, just right in the middle.
5 on Naomi.
Okay. I went Naomi for 10. And then the main event of Night 2 of SummerSlam 2025 will be John Cena defending the WWE title against Cody Rhodes. Shane, you have 12 left, so I imagine you are very confident in your pick. Who are you taking?
John Cena.
All right. Jolka, for 6 points. Who are you taking?
John Cena.
All right. I'm going against the beaten path. I'm going Cody Rhodes for 5. Not super confident in it. I just think it might happen. And I wanted to just kind of proposition to you guys, what if we see a double turn at SummerSlam?
Ooh,
I was thinking about it.
Cena turns back face and Cody turns heel. I think it'd be the most interesting move. That's the move that would get me most ready to watch Raw the Monday after.
The title would have to change hands.
Yeah, I think it would. That's why I picked Cody, because that's the only scenario where that happens.
That could be really great. I just don't know if they're going to take the title off him this soon.
I don't know either. It's really it's a really hard thing to predict with this farewell tour.
Unless he's going to retire at 18.
Maybe they didn't want it to be at 17 at a weird prime number. They wanted him to get one more at 18.
Like, we sold so much merch with the number 17. Let's just change a digit.
Yeah, exactly. They'll sell more.
They'll be fine. We'll be okay.
You know how many people are going to be mad that bought the John Cena 17 memorial belts when the 18
just buy the
comes
18
out?
one too. Yeah, they'll just buy the 18 one too. Plus we know the record will be fine because like 18 is a number that Ric Flair would never get up to. That's too high for Ric Flair.
Right. Even if he miraculously limp through one more match. You imagine someone just giving Flair a world title right now?
That'd be insane.
Well, Hogan's dead, so he can't.
So yeah, there we go. I believe if I looked at it right, so yeah, 78. Shane just brought up a picture of a shirt that says "Be thinking about freaking."
And there go the dollar signs.
So yeah, if you get every prediction on SummerSlam right, 78 is your max points.
All right.
Into our next segment, this will be the majority of this episode. We are starting a new game here on Hot Dog and a Handshake. This is the HDH League. It is a fantasy type wrestling game here, and I guess I'll just start off going through the rules. We'll each draft rosters today. Your starting roster will be you have to have a technician, a brawler, a high flyer. So those are our three style categories. For the purposes of this, a brawler is kind of a catch-all category. That's just anybody that's not a technician or a high flyer. So like hardcore guys would fall in brawler. More striker type guys would fall in brawler. Then a veteran and a young lion. I will get into the rules on those in a minute. You have to have someone from WWE and someone from AEW. And then we got 2 extra spots that have to be a men's wrestler, 2 extra spots for a women's wrestler, 2 tag team spots, and then 2 flex spots. So flex can be literally anybody, any gender. It could be a tag team. It could be any style, whatever. For the purposes of this, tag teams are only 2 people, so no trios. But we'll get into that. You also will have 5 bench spots, players you can move into your lineup every week, and I'll talk about how that'll work. The rules: singles can get points for tag matches unless the tag team they are in is rostered. So if, say, Jolka drafts Finn Balor and JD McDonough, and I draft Finn Balor by himself, I'll only get points for Finn Balor single matches, where Jolka would get the points when those 2 team together. Or if it's Finn and Dominic, I'll get points for that because it's a different tag team. Stuff like that.
I could screw you so hard.
Matches only count if they are broadcasted or are taped to broadcast. So in a taping type situation like TNA, for example, the wrestler will score points for the week that it's taped, not for the week that it broadcast. That's just going to be easier for me for, scoring. Free agency moves are allowed. At any time, you're allowed to drop and pick up different wrestlers, but it can only be done on the podcast. You have to do it during the recording time. Trades are allowed as long as they are approved by the third man and can only be done on air. So to avoid any trickery, the third person has to agree that it's a fair trade for the other 2 to do. Winner will be determined by total points in the season, which starts with August 2nd, so it includes SummerSlam, and will end April 19th, so the second night of WrestleMania. And weekly winners will be awarded, but will hold no immediate value. So every week I will announce who was the winner of that week, but it won't immediately give you extra points. As far as the veteran rule goes, it's any wrestler who is over 35 years old or has wrestled at least one broadcasted match every year for the past 10 years. That's 2016 to 2015. Scoring. A wrestler will get 1 point for a win. You will also get 1 point for a main event win, which is just the last match of any show that they wrestle on. 2 points for a championship win, excluding bullshit titles. So we're not counting the speed title. We're not counting the DDT Ironman heavy metalweight title. Sorry, Shane. That won't count. So a championship win in the main event of a Raw or something would get you 4 points. You get 3 bonus points for a major tournament win. All scores are 1.5x for pay-per-views and 1.25x for special TVs. So that's like Saturday night's main event, like the Blood and Guts episode of AEW Dynamite, stuff like that. At the conclusion of a title reign, even if the title reign started prior to draft time, 1 point will be awarded for every 60 days the wrestler held that title. So if you draft a champion, you don't have to worry about them losing their title and falling down the card, because you will get a bunch of points for the days they've been champion. 1 point for every about 2 months. And then bonus points can be awarded by unanimous decision at any point. So at any point, one of us can come in with an idea where we could be like, hey, maybe that maybe WWE release a list of the 10 biggest merch getters. And I could come in and say, hey, guys, I think everybody who is on this top 10 list of the best merch sellers should get 5 points. And if you guys both agree, we'll give them all 5 points, or we can discuss it and maybe it'll fall to 3 points or whatever. So any kind of weird random accolade we could do. Or like, for example, Happy Gilmore 2 just came out. If that's at the top, if that had come out during the season and was at the top of the Netflix charts, maybe we could be like, hey, MJF should get 3 points because Happy Gilmore 2 is at the top of the Netflix charts. We can have some fun with it. It just has to be able to be agreed upon with all 3 people. And
great movie, by the way. Great movie.
I haven't checked it out yet. I might watch it tonight.
Oh, you really should.
Yeah. Bonus stars will be awarded at the end of the season, like in Mario Party. So these will be 10 points for whoever has the most weekly wins. So you do want to win week to week, because it could get you bonus stars at the end. Whoever has the most weekly third place finishes also gets a bonus star. Whoever makes the least roster moves gets a bonus star. Whoever's team has the most combined pay-per-view main event wins. Whoever has the most untelevised matches wrestled for their whole roster combined. Whoever's team has the funniest name, which we will come up with team names. We can name our teams next week so that we kind of know what our rosters look like before we come up with a name. And then fans' choice on who gets another star. So funniest name will also be chosen by fans, but fans' choice will be just more on vibe of roster and stuff. It'll just be blank rosters with no name attached, and they'll get to choose based on roster. So, with no further ado, we will get into the draft. Shane and I talked about this, and we determined that the draft order should go whoever currently has the least points in predictions to whoever has the most points in predictions.
So basically, you threw me a bone. You guys decided in private that we're going to let him go first this time.
You're welcome, Jolka.
Thank you.
Jolka will be first. I will be second. Shane will be third. It will be snake order, though, so that means the next round, Shane will be third, I'll be second. Or Shane will be first, I'll be second. Jolka will be third. So we will get into it. Jolka, you have the first pick.
All right. I'm going to go with my technician, and that's going to be Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes, okay. Shane, do you think he's technical enough for it to be a technician?
Sure.
I think it's fair that we can throw him in. You don't have to say where you're drafting him to because you can move him around. So if you do draft like Chad Gable later, you can put him in the technician spot and Cody in like your WWE spot or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just to be clear, you can move them around within your roster. They don't have to be set to a certain slot.
All right. I'm going to grab a charger real quick.
Okay. While he is gone, let me pull up my draft board. This is a pick that I don't think either of you would have expected first off the board. I'm going to go with Mystico.
Ooh.
So
good pick.
There's a little bit of strategy to this pick because I looked at it on Cage Match. Mystico has the most broadcasted wins so far in 2025. So I just went with the numbers. I'm drafted Mystico. So
good pick.
As Jolka is putting
fall over his couch.
Yeah. Here, let me do something else here. All right. So, Jolka, I don't know if you heard me, but I drafted Mystico from CMLL, the former Sin Cara.
All right.
With my first pick. So Shane is on the board now for 2 picks.
I'm going to hope and pray he wrestles more than 24 matches this year, which probably won't happen. Hangman Page.
Hangman Page, the first pick off the board for Shane. Of course, that he is the current AEW world champion. Let's see. I'm getting an alert here from the recording software. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hopefully it still works then. Yeah, I was just saying that Jolka wasn't has having a problem. I don't know. We won't worry about it. Okay. So Shane, you drafted Hangman with your first pick, and then the first pick of the second round. Who will you be taking?
I'm gonna double up on champion. I'm going Gunther.
Doubling up on world champions. He is taking Gunther. My next pick, there's some strategy to this. The technician breed of wrestler is a dying breed, it feels, or at least we're at a low point for that. It's hard to find great technicians. So I'm also going to take a world champion. I'm going to take Zack Sabre Jr., the IWGP world champion, and for my money, the best technical wrestler on earth right now, within kayfabe and out of kayfabe, really. So, Jolka, you're up for your second pick.
Which one?
Yeah, I think you have to pick one. Okay. I will just put in Ludwig Kaiser, and if he drops the gimmick at any point, you'll still have him. So you have Ludwig Kaiser. Who is your... And now it's back to you, Jolka, for the first pick of the third round. Nick Wayne.
It's okay. I'll go in my bag. I'll go in my bag for you online. It's fine.
Yeah, that Shane was pissed about that. I was not expecting that from Jolka. My third pick, I think this is one I'm just kind of playing into momentum here, looking at these rosters, and I want to make sure I get a woman in early before I lose some of the top people. So I'm going to go with Stephanie Vaquer. She's been being very heavily pushed by WWE, very prominently figured. Even if she doesn't currently have a title, she has a title match in her back pocket. So that's what I'm going with. Stephanie Vaquer is my third pick. Shane, round 3. Who you got?
Io Sky.
Io Sky. Another prominent member of the WWE women's roster. So and in a big world title match this weekend at SummerSlam. So Shane, round 4.
I'm gonna go tag team. I'm gonna go with the Hurt Syndicate.
Okay, and I'm assuming that's specifically Bobby and Shelton.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, the AEW Tag Team Champions. That is a team I was looking at later in the draft, but it's all right. I also had Nick Wayne fairly high on my board, Jolka. So it's that from me. The next guy I'm going to go with, I think he's a good pick because he actively wrestles in multiple companies and is prominently featured in all of those companies. I'm going to go with Konosuke Takeshita. I think that, he's earlier this year held multiple titles. He's positioned well to win more titles and potentially even win the G1 Climax. So I'm going to Takeshita with my 4th pick. Jolka, round 4 to you. Okay. Yeah. That's a good pick. Another guy like Stephanie Vaquer, prominently pushed by WWE recently. So it's a good pick for momentum there. You get the first pick in round 5 here. Yeah, you can have it. Okay. Yeah, because also you could always just drop him and pick somebody up off free agency after he retires. So yeah. My next one right now, I've been going right down my board. I haven't had anybody this high taken from me yet, and with that, I'm going with I'm sticking with the Don Callis family. I'm going with the guy who is going to win the TNT Championship this week in a Chicago street fight. I'm going Kyle Fletcher, the proto star, the Aussie ace, whatever you want to call him. Kyle Fletcher. That's my pick. Round 5. Shane is upset.
He was next.
All right, you got back-to-back picks here, Shane.
So can I pick Proto Sheeta and just fuck you up?
Yeah, but how often are they going to? I mean, they're still going to be singles pretty often. So
yeah, so that's pretty fair. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not too worried about that.
I'm going to go and bolster up my women's roster.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Sari.
Sari, okay. Solid pick. One of the top Joshis in the world right now, so can't go wrong there.
Damn near everywhere.
Yep.
She's got eight matches this month.
Yeah. 8 major matches, I'm sure, too. Kicking off round 6, back to you, Shane.
We're going to go Billy Starks.
Back-to-back women's picks. Billy Starks prominently featured on all kinds of indies. On AEW and Ring of Honor TV as well. I'm sure she racks up a lot of wins on Ring of Honor. I assume... I know she's on my draft board, but she's not crazy high on my draft board, if that makes sense. So it's my pick. Again, sort of like Mystico, just kind of based on the numbers and based on who's been winning broadcasted matches. I'm going to pull in a tag team here. I'm going to go YDNP, the GCW Tag Team Champions, because I just think I think they're a great young tag team, and I think they got a bright future, especially in the near future. with this. So I'm going YDMP, Jordan Oliver, and Alec Price. Jolka, it's up to you now. Matt Cardona. I like that pick. Because again, he wrestles everywhere. He's because it's broadcasted shows. That includes streams. That includes IWTV and Triller and these other that includes internet streams. So that's a good pick. And then round 7, your next pick here. Joker's talking. Dustin Rhodes, the old cowboy, still kicking, keeps stepping. Current TNT champion until he loses that to Kyle Fletcher this week. Okay, just a question because we didn't clarify this. For the title reigns, the 60-day thing, should you get partial points for how many days the reign is? So should a 30-day title reign be half a point? Sure. Okay. So 60 equals 1, but it's however many days you get. Okay. My pick now, again, I'm going 7 for 7 off my draft board. I'm going to go with Mercedes Moné. She holds, what is she at now? Like 50 titles right now. She's the champion of Poland now.
302.
Yeah.
Something like that. The Czechoslovakian national champion.
Plus, she's had that TBS title forever. If she drops it before WrestleMania, I'm going to get hella points off that. So, I'm really interested I'm really excited for that. Shane, your pick, round 7.
It's tough because my bag is really like that. Those later rounds I can clean up house in. So I gotta think about the bigger names, and I gotta think, are they gonna get taken or they're not gonna get taken? This one won't. Atticus Cogar.
Ooh, Atticus. If you got a point for every skewer somebody put in someone's head, you'd get a lot of points with Cogar.
I would. Or interferences too.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they don't get points for skewers. 8th round. Shane, who you got?
I think we've been forgetting somebody collectively.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's fallen into my hand here in round 9 of what, 21?
Round 8 of 20. You were pretty close with both those numbers.
Will Ospreay.
Damn it. Really, what scared me from Ospreay is he's going to be out for at least like 6 weeks here. And just with his injury history, you never know where that could go.
He can ride my bench for a while. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. No, it's a perfectly fine pick. That's just why I hadn't drafted him yet. I do have him on the board. And actually, I don't know where I have him, but yeah, that is a bit. That's a bit scary with him, I would say. Next, still going in order off my board. Still nothing's been ruined. Timeless Toni Storm. I can't believe I actually got her here in the 8th round. I thought she would have gone much earlier. The AEW Women's Champion just been on a roll. I'm going Toni Storm. Jolka, you're up. Round 8. You're yet to pick a woman. Throwing that out there.
we know his strength is not women's wrestling. We know this in Jeopardy.
Yeah, if you've listened to HDH Jeopardy, yeah, you know women's wrestling is not Jolka's strength. Yeah, no, Shane, you kind of failed at that too.
I did.
Yeah.
To give me credit, it was like Western women's wrestling, so I didn't know shit.
All right, Jolka, round 9, your pick. Yes, I got Okada in there. All right, Braun Breaker, prominently featured on Raw, has a big match at SummerSlam.
Around 1920 to be his women's pick.
Yeah. You do have to draft 2 women, Jolka, just so you know. You have to pick at least 2. All right, somebody's knocking at Joka's door.
That is literally taking him out of the draft right now. He's leaving the draft. That knock is a lie.
Let's see. Okay, this is where we finally get somewhere that a pick has been stolen from me. I got my top 8. This is where I had Hangman in round 9. I was hoping to get him here. I knew I wouldn't. That's just where I had him rated on my board. So I can't get Hangman. Shane has him. I am going to go with El Sky Team, specifically Mascara Dorada and Mystico. So from CMLL, I have Mystico and I have his tag team. So I won't earn points, double points for those, but I think it'll help me get more points overall because it's not like he's going to wrestle the same night, singles and tag team. So I got El Sky Team. We'll see how that strategy works out for me, but Shane, you're up.
Mascara Dorada.
Okay. So you will not get the points for when he teams with Mystico. Those will only go to me. But it's good. Still, every other match he's in
works for me.
Who do you want to kick off round 10? Shane?
I'm thinking.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you knew it was your pick.
Shit. We're going to go with Mina Shirakawa.
All right. We want Mina. Good pick. For me, I'm going to keep it Lucha, but I'm gonna go up north of the border to Bandito, your current ROH World Champion. Been getting a lot of play on AEW TV right now, so I'm going to go Bandito. Jolka, round 10, who you got? Okay. Bliss and Flair. So the first women's tag team pick, and Jolka's first women's pick, and then Jolka 11. Liv Morgan. She's out injured, but it's somebody you might want to hold on to. Just keep her on the bench, and when she gets back, yeah, that's a good pick. I like that. Just gotta look at my roster, make sure I have a couple women. I got a tag team. I got a couple tag teams here. Also, just to be clear, veterans, tag teams can be in the veteran and young lion categories. They just have to both be that. So, older tag teams could, if you want to draft like the Hardy Boys, they could be veterans, something like that. I'm not going to draft them. Just making sure that's clear too. But I'm going to go with a different vet tag team. I'm going FTR. They're in a big program with Adam Copeland right now. It's going to lead to some big matches, and they're in the tournament to face the AEW World Tag Champs at Forbidden Door. So could have a title on the horizon here for FTR. So I'm going to go with them. Shane, the 11th round, your pick.
I am going to go with my vet. What were the rules again for vet?
35 years old or 10 years consecutively on broadcast. At least one match for every year for the past 10 years on broadcast.
By way of age, I'm going Effie.
Effie, okay. It's a good pick. the GCW World Champion, another World Champion on your roster.
Wins a lot.
Wins a lot, yep. So now the 12th round. Kick it off, Shane.
I don't know when I want to start pulling in my bag. That's the problem. I don't know what round it's probably soon. Young Lion.
Mm-hmm.
Chi-Chi.
Who?
Chi-Chi. Chichi.
Okay. This
Seek
is
my
Shane.
bag.
Round 12, we're getting into Shane's bag. I'm going to go with another guy here. He could qualify under the Young Lion. Could also be a technician, which helps. I'm going to go with Michael Oku. He is the top of Rev Pro right now. He also wrestles in all kinds of other indies. So I'm going to go with Michael Oku. Jolka, your 12th pick. It's a good one. That is a good one. And it looks like he's being positioned to have a big title match with Okada. So like either way that match goes, you're getting points there. Round 13. Jolka, you start it. Oh, Jolka believes in Joe Hendry. All right, next. I'm just going to keep going with what I got on my board. I'm going to go LA Knight. He wrestles a lot for WWE standards. He's like only the second WWE person I've drafted here, so I got to have people to put in that WWE spot. So I'm gonna go with LA Knight. Shane, your pick.
Let's see what I have left. I'm a brawler, I'm a high flyer, I'm a vet and line. I need another tag team. Alright, I'll do tag team. We're going to go with the Motor City Machine Guns.
All right. Motor City Machine Guns. Potential winners of that 6-way TLC this weekend. Could get you off to a big start there. And your 14th pick.
We immediately know if I bench tag team because you never know if MCMG WWE. Mm-hmm. We're gonna go with BMI 2000.
Okay, and that is who? Who's in that tag team?
Natsuko Tora and Ruaka.
Okay. I am going to go. It feels like in the wake of Adam Cole having to step away, that this tag team is getting a little bit of a push, and deservedly so. They're two incredible wrestlers. I'm going to go with Paragon, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong. Jolka, 14th pick. Who you got? Okay. Another injured guy that you're probably going to want to keep on your bench for at least a little bit, but should be back and could get you some points later on. 15th pick now. Jolka. Yeah, Jolka, yep. JC Jane from NXT. First, that's the first NXT pick off the board, I believe. Yeah, I don't think anybody else has picked from NXT yet.
You got rid of that. That wasn't a thing to do, though, right? You didn't have an NXT pick.
You don't have to have an NXT. They just it's a good place to find a young lion. Oh God, who do I want now? I'm gonna go with Hologram. He wrestles a lot. He wins a lot. I don't really see him prominently in any title pictures anytime soon. But he's definitely a big player in AEW, so I'm going to go with Hologram. Shane, it goes to you.
Or
seeing here?
We're at the point where I can just pick whoever I feel like, because I know none of y'all are gonna pick them.
Yeah.
But I'll go Mark Briscoe.
You're gonna go Mark Briscoe. That's a good one. Good pick. He's again another guy who's been featured prominently on AEW TV. And then your 16th pick here. Who you got?
We're gonna go with somebody who I think could fit into a couple of categories. You know, say if Mascara goes down, I think she'll recover. She'll be the replacement, I guess, for him. So whenever it loads up, we're gonna go with May Sierra.
Okay. And I think that's MEISEIRA, right? Okay. All right. I really don't know where I want to go now. Braun Breaker's already been picked. That was a guy I wanted. You know, shoot. I think I have everything covered. Yeah, I have everything covered. I just am drafting my bench now. Let's see. Has anybody picked Tiffany Stratton yet, or is she still available?
She's still available, I think.
She's still available. All right, I'm going with Tiffany Stratton. I'm worried she might lose her title this weekend, but even if she does, I think she's going to be top of the WWE Women's Division all year leading into WrestleMania. So I'm going to go Tiffany Stratton. Jolka, your pick, 16th round here. All right, Trick Will.
I think he just watched Impact for the first time and is like it's fresh in his head.
Yeah. And then your 17th pick here. All right. So for me, I got to fill out my bench here. And I want to get one more tag team before they go off the roster. I'm going to go with Jet Speed, Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight. Just another team who's been pushed recently on AEW TV, and I'm assuming will continue to be in the tag team mix there. So go Jet Speed. Shane, your pick.
I don't even know what I have left. But I know I need technician, and I totally forgot about it until just now.
Yeah, I mean, you have like Gunther.
Yeah, I know I'm going to put Gunther.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Maya Iwatani.
Okay, she was coming up on my board. I wanted her. All right, and then your 18th pick.
We're gonna go with Petty Sarah.
Damn it, that was another one I was looking at for my next pick. Damn it. Shit. All right, I got to look at a couple things here. Who's this? He's already been picked. All right. For my 18th pick, I'm gonna go Ricochet. I'm just gonna take Ricochet. I think he'll be a solid pick. I'm hoping for some big wins here in the future for Ricochet. Jolka, 18th pick. Who you got? MJF. MJF, rough one for me because he doesn't really wrestle a lot, but when he does wrestle, it's big. So Could get stuff. Plus another one. He has an AEW World Title match in his back pocket. So, who's your 19th pick, Jolka? Nope. There you go. Dominic Mysterio, Intercontinental Champion. My 19th pick is one of two Joshis that I wanted to draft here. So I'm going to go with Starlight Kid from Stardom. I've become quite a big fan of her, and I just want someone I wanted to draft just as a personal pick. So I'm going to go Starlight Kid. Shane, 19.
Is my last two picks?
Yeah, your last two picks.
All right. Screw it. Let's just go on my bag here. Utami Hayashishita.
Utami Hayashishita. All right. And then Shane, your last pick of the first HDH League Draft. Who you taking?
I gotta go really deep in my bag here, and I think it'd be really kind of funny. So I might do that. Because, if this doesn't work, I can drop her, it'll be all good. Rodeo Zones.
How do you spell that?
Zones. Z-O-N-E-S. All caps.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know this person.
A word. Dude, it's a word.
Is this a tag team or a person? What's going on?
It's a person. It's a person.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It could have been like with a Z, or I don't know. Could have been Z-O-W.
It is with a Z.
No, I meant like with a Z at the end. It could have been like Zones with a Z at the end.
Okay. It's understandable.
My last pick is the other Joshi I wanted. I'm going to go Azumi. So a couple high-speed division stalwarts there. So that's my last pick, Azumi. Jolka, your last pick. I already drafted him. I drafted him second. Or the second round, I drafted him. Tomohiro Ishii.
Samohiro
Ishii. Yes. All right. So that is the draft. I will come in next week with whoever wins the first week. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I think looking at it, the top guy that I had on my board that I didn't end up drafting, I think was El Desperado, junior heavyweight champion in New Japan. I thought about him, and I thought about Omafemi, but I ended up moving away from him with my Ricochet pick. So that is the HDH League Draft. Again, the season will be from SummerSlam until WrestleMania. And then we might do a weird summer season too without either of those major events. It'll be a very different kind of season then and different strategy there. But I think tape up the light tubes, take the door off its hinges. It's time for Shane's GCW Corner.
And boy, do we have a bit to cover because we were off a week, and that week was the ballpark week.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll start with the ballpark event. We got Bash at the Ballpark, which is the show that was kind of just okay, but it was in a ballpark, so it was good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
nothing too special. No title changes. Thank you, Jayden. No title changes. Nothing special. Mike Santana was managed by the Bing Bong guy.
Yeah, so interesting thing. I don't know who that guy is. And a fun thing about GCW shows is if you're watching on Triller, you have no idea what they're saying during promos. You can't hear a goddamn word. So I just was so confused the entire time watching that.
I just know he's the guy who goes Bing Bong.
And then it led into a pretty mid match between Santana and Cardona. Let's see, that was Mike Santana, pretty mid match. So What else you got, Shane?
Then we got a sad update to Emo Fight, the show that would have went head-to-head with the Tony Hinchcliffe shit. Anakin Murphy got hurt. He cannot be in the studded belt strap match. He's being replaced by Justin Finn.
Mm-hmm.
You get to see if Justin Finn as Emo as Anakin Murphy. I doubt it. They're in Japan this week. They had one show. They're doing a show tonight and a show tomorrow. They will air at 7 p.m. six p.m. our time. Last night was just okay again. We had a tag team title match between Alec Price, Jordan Oliver versus Dark Sheik and Effie.
Mm-hmm.
Mao and Alex Cook got involved with it. They had a match. Next, we're going to see something a lot more violent tonight. Super crazy.
Okay.
That piques Jayden's interest. Manashi Takeda versus Matt Tremont, which is going to be crazy violent. Effie versus Abdullah Kobayashi. And then tomorrow, Jun Akiyama, one called Manders.
Holy shit.
And the title match that night will be Effie Matt Tremont. So that's in Kirk and Hall.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Other than that, we got the SummerSlam stuff too, the ID showcase, where Cappuccino Jones will be facing Jack Cartwheel for the strap.
Mm-hmm.
And the women's title will be Kylie Ray, Zeta Steele, and Zara Zakir. And unfortunately, the homophobic frat brothers will be in a match against one of our favorite tag teams, YDMP.
Damn. Well, hey, fantasy point win for me, I guess.
In Bloodsport, we have 3 matches announced so far. I guarantee you, by the time it airs, we'll have a ton more. Marshall Sandwich this is Natalia.
I don't. That's a waste of Marshall Sandwich.
Jordan Blade versus Janai Kai. And then Jonathan Gresham, Pete Dunne.
That one's gonna fuck. That one's awesome.
It will.
And then wasn't Charlie Dempsey's announced for the show? We just don't have a match yet, right?
Yeah, we have some other people who've been announced. Charlie Dempsey, Dominic Guarini of Bounce Forever, Matt Mako, a regular, Simon Gotch, Nick Camarado, and a deathmatch guy, Slade, will be there. And Timothy Thatcher, too.
Yeah, and then, of course, Josh Barnett always wrestles, so.
I have a funny feeling he might get
Dempsey?
If he hasn't done Gotch, I think Gotch could be a good one there.
Gotch. Yeah. Dempsey would be good, too.
Yeah,
okay. All right. See you later, Jolka. See you next week. What's the date for Bloodsport? When is Bloodsport happening?
The 2nd.
The 2nd. Okay, so it's this weekend. All right. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Awesome. So we'll move on to our favorite things of the week. So this, of course, is the segment. We do have 2 weeks worth to talk about, but is the segment where I hand out the gold, silver, and bronze hot dog. Shane hands out the gold, silver, and bronze handshake. So Shane, as always, let's start with the bronze handshake.
We're gonna go with. It hasn't happened yet, but just the idea that Jun Akiyama is wrestling for GCW and Kirk and Hall is just so fucking crazy to me.
Okay. This might be surprising. I'm also going to GCW for my bronze. A match that I gave 4 stars. Effie versus Charles Mason from Bash at the Ballpark.
That was pretty good.
It was pretty good. It was definitely the best part of that show.
Obviously.
Oh, also, we didn't talk about, dude, the ridiculous distance Emil J had to go Where there's just like 3 minutes every match where he's just not on commentary.
Yeah, I didn't mention that because I feel like I want to keep it positive about GCW, but holy shit, dude.
That was
really funny. Put the work to this with that show.
Yeah. And then what's a silver handshake?
We're gonna go to the least shocking place you're gonna hear me go. We're going to Stardom.
Yep.
We're going Konami Sari. Konami pulling off the huge upset and knocking Sari the fuck out with a sleeper hold.
Damn. All right.
And she really put herself back into that like upper mid card main event sphere. I thought she was done with that, but
absolutely awesome. Then my silver, I'm gonna go with Hiroshi Tanahashi versus David Finlay. That was a really good match. Definitely the best G1 match I've watched so far with this Tanahashi run. So I'm going Tanahashi Finlay for my silver. What's the gold handshake?
We're going to New Japan. We're going easily ZSJ Shingo Takagi.
Oh, okay.
The part 2 of it, it wasn't as good as their match I think at Wrestle Kingdom, but it was still really good.
Still really good. My gold is going to be the Hangman promo after winning the world title, because last time we recorded, he had already won the world title, but we hadn't had that next Dynamite yet. So I'm gonna go with that promo, just as champion, his first promo in his second reign as champion here. I thought was just super emotional and awesome, and so yeah, I'm giving it to Hangman Adam Page there. Lightning round. Yep, lightning round. This is where Shane will give me his excitement level on a scale of 1 to 10. So we'll start off with Dynamite. Shane, we got Young Bucks versus Outrunners.
Like 6, because I'm really interested to see where they're going to go with this.
I think the Outrunners are going to win this.
I think so too.
I think they are. And then the rematch, Hangman Mox, world title. Nobody allowed at ringside.
A cautious 8.
Okay.
It's weird they're doing a rematch already.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a little different. We'll see. From SmackDown, Aleister Black versus Damian Priest.
I think we're going to go with a 6.
Then on Collision, Dustin Rhodes, Kyle Fletcher, Chicago Street Fight, TNT title.
10.
10? All right. Sounds awesome. That's probably my 10 of the week. Also, Young Bucks Outrunners, I'm actually super excited for.
It's understandable.
Just from a goofiness perspective, yeah. And then one more, Cody Rhodes on Hot Ones.
10. Easy.
Yeah, easy.
That's literally the only like cultural output my hometown has is Hot Ones, so I'll take it.
Yeah. Who in WWE right now would you most want to put in on Hot Ones?
I think Punk would be fun for like a weird Chicago question that like only
he'd be in
the interviews him and Punk and that.
Yeah, he'd be the best interview.
Yeah, he would. However, all things considered, the funniest guy I could throw in there outside of R-Truth is probably Gunther.
Gunther on Hot Ones would be hilarious, dude.
Imagine Gunther being a hot one and it's like crumbling.
What about Adam Pearce?
Oh, that'd be a good one too.
Adam Pearce on Hot Ones. I'm trying to think of anybody else I'd want to. The New Day on Hot Ones would be super entertaining.
Adam Pearce on Hot Ones would result in like the craziest question about the suburbs, and I will lose my mind.
yeah. I'm trying to think of anybody else in WWE right now that would be really good for Hot Ones. Dominic would be really good just because of the charisma factor.
Oh, dude, he'd be chicken tendies too. That'd be even better.
Yeah, he'd be putting it on chicken tendies instead of wings. It'd be so funny. Yeah, I think that'd be a great one. Or like one of the Joshis, like Io Sky or Asuka. I think it would be really entertaining.
Asuka would be a good one because she would imagine her missing the last dab?
That'd be awesome. So match recommendation of the week. We are in honor of Hulk Hogan. We're gonna go back WrestleMania 3. Randy Savage versus Ricky Steamboat. That's the match recommendation of the week. Next week we'll be back at you with a SummerSlam recap. Of course, again, check out the merch. HDH was HDH Pod, right?
HDH Pod, yeah.
HDHpod.bigcartel.com. Shout out BGO Simper once again, twitch.tv/BGO SINPER. If you want to listen to more of us, we have classic reviews. The last one that's out was the Georgia Dome Nitro. Little housekeeping. At the end of that, we did do a wheel spin, and we got Extreme Rules 2014. Due to scheduling, we had to cut that episode. Maybe we'll get back to that at some point. But our next one will be SummerSlam 2007. That'll be coming out later this week, so watch out for that. We, of course, have other classics, New Japan, WWE, AEW. Well, not AEW, we have All In. But, we also Double or Nothing, didn't we? Didn't we do Double or Nothing one time?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've done a bunch of AEW. We've done a bunch of companies, CZW, WXW, ECW, WCW, all over the place. Go check those out. And just remember to enjoy wrestling.